Okay, good morning everyone. It's the 2nd of May 2025. This is by far the latest that I've ever started an ATV season. It was just a brutal winter, especially the last half of it from February, March and April. It was just brutal. I could have got out a couple of days here and there earlier, but it wouldn't have been good conditions. I was hiking out here, just checking out the trails, and they were still plugged up quite a bit. Anyway, it's the 2nd of May and we're out here now. We're right out by the Opiongo River. That's it right out there, and then beyond that is Aylan Lake, so that's the area that we are. We're going to head out this way east, and we're going to hit all the usual spots. Start up out by Red Pine Lake, and anyway, we'll make it up as we go. It'll all be good. So we're going to hit the trail right now. And as usual, always got to make my stop here. My favorite road, Moonlight Bay Road. Okay, just stop here for a minute at Red Pine Lake. It's pretty misty today, so I'm going to be, it's supposed to clear up like within the next hour or so, but it's still like a real heavy mist. So it's not raining, but I'm going to be rubbing my fingers against the lens pretty often to keep it clear. So anyway, yeah, Red Pine Lake. We're going to keep heading east, and first thing we're going to do is go over by the lookout at Burnt Depot Road. Okay, so this is Burnt Depot Road. time, this is where I come and I park a lot, and I do find I can hike into Haskins Lake from here. There's Allen Lake. Something else I'm going to be doing a lot this year is a lot more kayaking, and I'm going to film those too. I bought myself a new a Delta 15.5-foot kayak last summer, and I did a lot of kayaking, but I didn't do any of the videos of it. But I'm going to start doing that this year. So if you like kayaking videos, I'll be doing a lot of that this summer. Okay, we'll take I'll run over to the lookout. I think I just scared a couple of ducks away. Okay, here we are. I'll just do a really quick little walk around here. Oh man, is the waterfalls is really flowing. Oh, hey, that's new. Wow, holy smokes, that's new. I'm sure you can't see it on the video, but the beavers have made a big dam right down there, like right across there. That's a lot of work. I don't know how they do it. I mean, I can see how they can do the wood, but that's like mud. I don't know how they move all that mud there, unless it just, they put all the sticks and stuff there and then it just builds up over time. But that's a bunch of dump trucks with the mud right there. Wow. And you can see like the water's really low actually. And you see like a stream coming out of the woods over there. But yeah, it's I'm surprised the water's pretty low there for this time of year, especially with this stuff flowing here out of Jack's Lake right into it. But then it flows out into Allen Lake also. So anyway, okay, we're going to go in here in a minute. Okay, we're just coming out to the shoreline of Jack's Lake now. Like I said, you know, I could have been out a few days before, but no, the situation, you know, it would have been really limited because I kept walking out here, checking out the conditions, and you know, even though like you know, the main areas where it's in the open, yeah, you know, it was okay, but if you got into the woods, there was still like lots and lots of snow, and then it's not even the snow so much, it's just the crevices, you know, where the ice builds up when you go over a little pond or a creek or something. And then you got those crevices with a 2-foot square lip on them that you know, you just can't get over them. you know, if you drove into it, you could be driving in, it collapses onto you, and you're sitting there like that. So that's the situation. There's probably still some areas like that. But it's just stayed cold. I mean, it just hasn't warmed up. I mean, today it's, I think today the high is 15 or something. But I mean, we're still going into like zeros and -1s and -2s overnight. It's all good. Gonna still do a lot of riding. Really sucks for motorcycle though. I mean, I've only been out on 2 rides so far. And you know, normally I've got half a dozen good rides in, but from now on it's looking pretty good. Like, I mean, the highs are, you know, into the mid to upper teens, which is like really perfect, really. I don't like it much warmer than that for motorcycling or ATV. That's perfect. I mean, if the whole summer stayed like that, it'd be okay with me. Even for kayaking, that's still good temperatures. Like, this is the spot right here. Like, normally, like, this is the main sled trail that we're on here, and what happens is, you know, it gets packed down over the winter, and you know, it gets like that much ice and snow on it, and then it'll go over this, and then this will melt here underneath it, and then so you'll come to a drop off, and there'll be like, you'll drop down that far, and you'll be sitting like that if you fell into it. So, you know, you just can't. It gets you turned around. You can't go forward. Oh, there's a tree down. That'll be easy to saw through, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into Haskins Lake up here, and then when I come back, I'll see. I should be able to. That's softwood. That's a cedar or something, and I'll just saw through that, and I'll go down over by Minnow Lake. Loose tracks. I did a lot of snow plowing with the Grizzly this winter, and it just worked perfectly. It's unreal how much snow these things can move. It was I think it was pretty well the same for everybody, but it was a very tame. Oh, my voice is going because I'm yelling. I got to get myself a mic so I don't have to yell when I talk. But it was a pretty tame winter up until the end of January, and then February hit, and then we had 2 massive snowstorms, and a total of about 80 centimeters of snow in 3 days. And then after that, we kept getting smaller snowfalls, and it stayed cold. And then a couple more storms in early March. Okay, here's a tree. Okay, I'm gonna have to cut through this one. All right, I'll get back to you. Okay, I've already changed into my funky neon gloves because the other ones are too warm, and I also took off all my layers. So it's yeah, it's getting warm already. I don't want it to get too much warmer. Okay, down into Haskins. And I can see another tree down at the bottom of the hill I'm going to have to cut through. I might be able to drive over that one. It looks like it's hardwood too. Move this shit. Oh. This is hardwood too. This won't cut very easy. I saw a guy break his jaw one time doing this. He was standing on that side, pushing, and it snapped. He lost grip on it, snapped back, hit him right in the face and broke his jaw. God, that was like 40 years ago out in New Brunswick. Okay, well that took like 10 or 15 minutes to chop through that. That was a bugger. That was only like that thick. But yeah, I had to get the axe out. The first one I just used my little Fisker saw and I sawed through that in a couple of minutes. This one I probably chop in 10 minutes and I was pulling it and finally snapped it. And the other casualty, other than me sweating like a wrestler now, is I don't know where it went, just vanished. But one of my little rubber straps that holds my axe onto this has disappeared. I don't know where it went. I've looked and looked and looked for it and I can't find it. Anyway, so I put the axe in the case and we're gonna keep going. Hopefully I don't hit too many more of those. That's a pain in the ass, man. Might be under the ATV. Once I get going here, I'll turn around and look. Like, I mean, all I did was take my axe off the holder and I set it right on the hood of the ATV. I chopped through the log. When I went back, it vanished. So it's got to be right here. I just can't see it. And I actually have some spares, but not with me. They're at home. Anyway, not a biggie. Let's go to Haskins Lake. You know, so I don't mind it too bad if it's softwood, but the hardwood, I mean, that's brutal. I mean, I have a really good sharp axe, and you're pounding and pounding and pounding away at it, and you're barely putting a mark on it. And that was just a small one. You know, that was like 4 inches thick. But if it's softwood like that first one that I cut through, I mean, I don't even use the axe. It's quicker with my little saw. It just goes through it like butter. like I say, this is Friday the 2nd of May. There'll probably be lots of people out ATVing. Oh, there's fresh moose tracks just back there. There'll probably be lots of people out ATVing in this area this weekend. I mean, it never gets busy out here, like what I call busy. But to me, busy is if I see more than one group. If I see two groups, it's busy. I mean, 95% of the time I see nobody, but I almost always ride alone and on through the weekdays, and that makes a difference too. But I have ridden out here a lot of times on the weekends, and you know, I would say it's never. I mean, running into people just isn't a big issue. Okay, a little bit of water here. Nothing serious. Here we're at Haskins Lake. I was out here in the winter. Usually I hike out here. I get out here 3 or 4 hikes over the winter. This winter I just got out here once, and it was late in the season. I think it was I think it was like well into March. Might have even been April, but I think it was March. I think it was late March. I finally got out here. I'll show you I'll put up some pictures. So here we are at Haskins Lake, 2025, May. Here's a little break. Beautiful. And of course I don't have my drone with me. Wouldn't have been a good day for drone anyway. It's too overcast, too cloudy. But the mist is really clearing up. It's gonna be kind of a cloudy day. It's supposed to get a little bit sunnier this afternoon. It's supposed to get fairly windy. I think the wind gusts up to like 40 kilometers an hour, so that's gusty. That's enough to blow some trees over. But yeah, the grizzlies just plowed like beautifully over the winter. Like this is, I probably doubled this winter what I used it in the previous 3 winters that I've plowed. I mean, a couple of winters I barely use it because we hand bomb it. Even though we got this huge driveway, we still hand bomb it. But this winter there's no option. I mean, when we got that like it's between 60 and 80 centimeters. Over 3 days in early to mid-February. It was just unbelievable. I mean, you just had no choice. And it was, thankfully it wasn't slush. It was like fairly cold, so you could still move it fairly easily. But if it had been like heavy slush, oh man, I think I probably would have had to like hire somebody with a truck plow to do it. Okay, we're heading over to Minnow Lake now, and remember this tree? That's the one I said earlier that when I'm going into Minnow, I'm probably going to have to chop through it. Well, I got up here, and luckily it's going to be high enough I can just drive under it. So all I had to do is trim some branches and make a hole. So that's a lot of stress relief, a lot less work. And the other good thing that happened, just as I was leaving Haskins Lake over there, I looked down on my floorboard on my left side, and the the rubber fastener was sitting on it. I don't think it was there before because I looked carefully all over the ATV, including the floorboards, and it wasn't there. So maybe it was stuck on me somewhere and I didn't notice it, and then it fell down there. But anyway, the day's looking good. Okay, so we're heading down, we're going to head forward now down towards the Minnow Lake. I'm sure there'll be more trees down that I'll have to cut through, but you know, we'll just play it by ear as we go along. It's really humid actually. Probably 15, 16, 17 degrees now already. Okay. That's the kind of trees I like. This is a pretty steep rocky hill. Me out there for a second, I thought I saw a bear. There's some big moose tracks right there. Fresh too. I mean, they literally could have been made like, well, I'm sure they were made in like this morning or overnight. That must have been, well, it's probably the, like this is the sled trail right here, right? So this, the maintainers, they must have sawn through that in the winter. Now this doesn't look too much, but the problem with this hole here, it's really soft. There's no problem, but I got a soaker too. Okay, we're heading to Minnow Lake. Okay, we're now going along the shore of Minnow Lake. When it's like this, I mean, the water's right there. You know, I always wonder, like, how long is it going to take for that to a road right into here where this just collapses? So I'm always thinking that as I'm driving along here, like, what if it just really gets all silty underneath here and it just goes woof? So I'm always thinking about that when I'm driving along. shot through this one, nice. And I wonder what that is. Is it some kind of a little trap or something there? Anyway, that's where the bear came running up when he crossed me in front of me a few years ago, coming this way. The bear came running up out of there. I've shown you that before. But yeah, this is probably from the sledders. They probably hacked through this. That's good. Okay, we're back on the rail bed. Right now we're heading over towards the trapper's cabin and the old mill. And this little lake out to my left here, that's called Gun Lake. Bed, but it's still really rough, eh? A lot of washboard. You can't, at least on this section, you can't really get any good speed up. Okay, we're over at the mill, and we're going to take a drive down and see how high the water is in the river. Well, I can see from here it's way up, but we'll drive down. Normal for this time of year, there's no way. Yeah, I mean, no. I mean, you can't even, in fact, I don't even want to go any further than this. I mean, right there, it's probably right up, like another 7, 8, 10 feet in front of me. It's probably a rack high, rack deep. So we won't be crossing that. I mean, this is perfectly normal for this time of year. You know, it's usually in, July, August, then it comes down enough, but that's normal for this time of year. You never get across it. There's the mill. We're at the mill here. That's the old turbine that's left of it. We'll be on the river heading down towards Madawaska. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back up onto the rail bed. I'm going to head down towards Madawaska. Okay, we're just coming up on the other, there's another crossing area on the Opiongo River. I'm sure I can't get through it, but I'm going to go and check it out anyway. Yeah, it's pretty deep too. Oh yeah, there's no way. Super, super deep. Look out, you can really see the current even from here. That'd be right up over my racks. Yep, we're not getting in through there anytime soon. Take a look at this other nice campsite here. That's nice. What a beautiful spot to come and camp. Man, gorgeous. So I'm not too far from the trapper's cabin on the old mill. That's just down there about 300 yards or so. And if I'd have been able to get across the that crossing that I just came from over here, there's a trail and you can go way up in there, and you'll basically come out way up by Balfour Lake and up that way. I'm actually going to go up that way right now, but I'm going to take the main road and head up over by the lookout and everything over Aylen Lake. I got almost to Madawaska on the rail bed, and then I come across, they had tape across the trail in there. There's probably like a 30-foot gap. The entire road, or not the road, but the whole rail bed was washed right out, like from here to that tree over there, wide. So that was closed. I don't know how long that'll take to rebuild, but anyway, we're going to head up to the lookout on Aylen Lake, and then we'll head up to Balfour Lake. Okay, we're heading up to the lookout on Aylen Lake. How's that? Beautiful. It's actually really clearing up. It's still cloudy, but it's not misty anymore. So that's Allen Lake out there. Oh, I've been here like a million times. Never gets old. I wish these GoPros, I wish I could zoom and stuff on it, so because it just looks like a speck out there with the GoPros. Yeah, so I'm going to leave here and I'm going to keep going north up Allen Lake North Road, right up to Balfour Lake, and we'll go into that, and we'll make it up from there. Okay, we're going into Balfour now. Looks a little bit gnarly going through here. Why this GPS is not staying put today, even though I got it really tight. Okay, I can see the lake through the trees here. We're almost there. Oh man, it's windy. Beautiful spot. Balfour Lake. B-A-L-F-O-U-R Lake. So Algonquin Park and everything is just a couple of kilometers up this way here, just north, and it's that whole, I mean, it's just, you know, Algonquin Park, just look on a map and you'll see it. I mean, it's our huge provincial park that's in Ontario. And I mean, this is really remote right here where I am. There's nothing around, and any this whole area, not just here, but I mean, but I say that just because, especially because Algonquin is like ahead, there's nothing. I mean, you'd probably have to go, I don't know, 60, 70 kilometers, and you know, you'd hit places like Mattawa, you know, you're eventually going to hit you know, Deep River and places like that. Anyway, this is going to be a wrap for the ride today. I'm just going to have lunch here and then I'm going to head back. You know, I've only been riding, I started riding about right around 7:30, now it's 11. So, you know, 3.5 hours. That's enough. Good first ride. Try and get out once a week. Probably go down on the Madawaska my next ride. You know, it's a late start in the season. I mean, it's the 2nd of May. The bugs are going to hit like another 10 days or so. So I'll probably only get one more spring ride out. But you know, like I said, I'm going to get kayaking and everything. I'm going to make a lot of those videos. Those are it's not whitewater stuff. It's on big lakes. I'll be on some of the big lakes around here, and it'll be nice. It's really remote stuff, but I'll be out on my kayak. All right, so have a good day, everybody, and we'll see you on the next ride.